one of my teachers.
That's me killer.
You can call me Private Yala Gumbo today, baby.
Prostration to the Lord.
I was gonna say, I'm a pacifist. I stabbed the nigga once when I was listening to Superstar.
What's hilarious? I laugh.
I can't believe I just watched Drink Champs live.
What it good be? Hopefully what it should be. This your boy N.O.R.E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
And it's Drink Champs, Military Crazy Raw, Happy Hour. Make some noise! And right now, I'm gonna be honest, man. When we looking at these two brothers here, as at one point, I never thought I would see them back together. One brother was in Africa lighting incense. The other brother was in Utica Ave. Eating yuca.
I was gonna say selling incense.
Selling incense.
At an incense factory.
Then we got another brother that's will pop in here and there, the most legendary, but we'll talk about that later. But let's just get to they had just dropped an album that is just for the fans. And they could have put it on Spotify, they could have put it on iTunes, they could have put it on your local Uluru. No. They wanted to put it for their fans only. These guys are monkey footing, and they're still the most lyrical motherfuckers in the game. And I'm listening to this album, and they not slipping up even a little bit. And they got a lot of money. In case you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, we're talking about the one, the only, motherfucking Black Stone. Make some noise! Now, Yasiin Bey, I'm gonna start with you.
I don't have a lot of money. I live on a stipend.
Yeah, me too.
That you created for yourself.
Yes. Yeah, do we have that clip? Now, let me just tell you something, Yasiin Bey. This is real talk. Whenever I'm down and I feel like life is fucked up and I don't want to keep moving on, or I feel like music is not where I want it to be.
Okay.
I always go to this clip and I watch this, and this shit saves my life. This is real talk. Can you play it, please?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, stop it.
He's like, that's the old me.
No, it's not even the old man. It's just I'm noticing a lot of things. It's all favorable. It's beautiful. That blazer was gorgeous.
Don't forget the fedora.
The
fedora's amazing.
Don't forget the fedora.
The whole thing was a good moment.
I'm gonna tell you why I love that clip.
The do-rag under the fedora was a good day.
The success of your solo, the success of Black Star, the success of Dave Chappelle's show. Your bars are not supposed to be like that.
Yes, they are.
That's right.
Explain.
Yes, they are.
Explain, because we're not. Okay.
This is what I'm here to do.
Mm-hmm.
This is Allah's gift to me.
Right. Right.
So you must, put your crown on. You must.
You always knew that?
I was great at rhyming from the moment I started. I was 9 years old. I was never not good.
Gee, I think we should make some noise for that.
We don't need that confidence.
No, I'm gonna be honest, and I swear to God, I really wasn't, because had we just did this interview, it would just be just us and not at the shack. I swear to God, this is something that really motivates me, because I fall out of love with music a lot. Like I fall out of love with the business. Did I say business?
No.
Y'all know what I mean.
I mean, it's nothing. It's not. You know, you should fall out of love, but that means you're a human being. You know, I mean, it's not worthy of your love. You know what I'm saying?
The business is not the music, so you can fall in love.
The art is another thing altogether.
Right.
I mean, the fence around it called the industry is just, you know, it's just a industrial fence. You know.
Right. So we had Talib on the show. And we actually asked him about your whereabouts at what the time.
Earth.
Yeah, because you was like a nomad at one point, right?
I'm alive on planet Earth. My country is Earth. I'm from a country called Earth, like everybody else. So that's my perspective on life and living in places.
Never heard of this country.
They got an L passport.
Yeah, the world passport.
Yeah, right.
Because that was the rumor. The rumor was you went to Africa.
I did.
And you lost your passport. And then you became a citizen of whatever country you was in Africa.
I'll tell the full story at another time because you know that's like a whole other thing.
Yes.
I was living in South Africa. And during my stay there, I obtained a secondary travel document, which is well documented, the history of it and the provenance of it and the like. And I obtained one, and there was some disagreement between myself and the South African government as it relates to what they qualify as a valid travel document.
Oh shit!
And that was the old apartheid, remember? Because
this is post-apartheid, but you know,
but it's still the remnants.
Apartheid has many different outfits these days, so I wouldn't classify so much as that, but it was an experience. I often invite people to look up the world passport for themselves and just take it from there, because I'm not here to make up anybody's mind about anything, but that was a part of my experience.
Okay, so let me not get my hopes up. You said the world's passport?
The world passport.
If I'm a felon, I cannot fill out for that, right? Let's just be clear.
You have to look it up, but I'm sure that there's some exemptions.
I feel like I'm not going to be.
You can't be a citizen in any country?
Look at my hopes up.
There's information out about it. Anyone is invited to check it out for themselves. I don't
Sounds like a community of people needs to be a part of this.
I don't want to,
What's that shit? Global citizen? They shut me down. Me. Global citizen. You can't say no, nigga. You felon.
No, but you came
Low entry.
You came aboard because when I did your show the first time, I said we going to Africa. You said, do they got W's in Africa?
The hotel, right?
I was out of line.
In fact, they do.
No, they got nice hotels in Africa. Really?
No, but you was like, yo, I'm going to stay at the W.
Yeah, because you know why? They used to lie to me. They used to tell me I had to get vaccines. I had to get shots.
It depends on the country you're going over there.
This was
South Africa. I went
this
South
was
African
totality at this time until I met Akon, and then Akon said, "Nigga, you come out there, no vaccine, nothing." And I just said, "I don't know if I believe you anymore, Akon." He just sold everything to me. He was like, "Come on, N.O.R.E, let's just go." I was just like, "I'll forget you from Jersey City. Y'all niggas is different."
I forget you from Jersey City.
Yeah.
Wow! Shout out to Akon.
So let's just get back to this album, right? You guys, these fans have been begging for this album for so long. So on this is like a two-part question, because on one part, you gave the fans everything they wanted, but
and then some.
But to this generation, this might be the most laziest generation I've ever seen. Like, they have Google.
No fear of time.
Yeah, they have Google, and they'll still be like, well, how do I get it, right? So I remember a friend of mine's he threw out a movie, and this movie was so hard to download. Like, it wasn't in the, and he was like, yo, how was people not supporting us? We're like, we can't find the shit.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because, so how do y'all navigate through this system of, you know, these fans that, because luminary. Everyone doesn't know this is a subscription based. Everyone doesn't know this. How do y'all navigate?
Is this the first album, like music project on there?
Yeah, it is.
Because we know you do the podcast through there. Yep.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you knew we did a podcast today.
That's right. Yes,
Right.
You make some noise for me.
I make some noise for me.
Yes. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. I gotta get the fuck up, man. Come on, okay.
Because I mean, and listen, I'm not gonna differentiate between real and fake fans, because who knows what station people are in life, or what
Right, they may not be able to
what's
afford
going
whatever
on,
we
or
think
what
they
they
can
are in their life
afford.
to even know that we have. But we have made a choice for a lot of valid reasons to be in control of where and how we distribute our art.
Right.
And I think every artist should have that choice, just like every human being should have a choice where to sell their wares at, if they got wares to sell. And so because of that choice to have our podcast on Luminary, People's Parties on Luminary, people who have been following us, and I'm not saying real fans, but people who have come on a journey with us, have been following what Yasiin Bey has done with art installations, who understand about the albums that he's worked on, who understand, who follow me and Styles P album, me and Diamond D album, the ones who follow, who go to Netflix and see all Dave Chappelle specials.
Right.
These people was already on Luminary.
Right.
They were already listening to Midnight Miracle.
Right.
You know, and again, I want to stress that's not even a judgment or nothing, but at this point in our careers, and because of the way the music business, and I'm speaking for myself, we have to as men. And as artists, focus on not trying to cast a wide net and get everybody.
Right.
Because even me as a fan of Black Star, I want to hear Black Star wherever I feel like hearing it.
Right.
But me as a fan of Black Star, I also want to trust Black Star. And I also want to follow Black Star lead. And for us, it makes sense not to cast a wide net and try to get everybody, but for the people who are following us and people who are rocking with us, let's get them first. And you know what? We may have vinyl come out. We may do other things.
Oh no, this is just the beginning. And also, I mean, it's a principled choice. It's not like there's an effort to make it unnecessarily inconvenient for people. I mean, from my point of view, I mean, it seems fairly accessible and like a reasonable distance for any listener to cover. You know, we're consolidating the experience. We're saying you don't have to go to all of these different places. You could just come right here. Right. And you know, it's a question of value. If you value what we're doing, and we've explained to you, I mean, quite clearly in various formats, the reasons why we've chosen to do this, and the principles behind it, and what we're trying to establish, and what we're trying to reform in many ways that exists in the system, then it's like it's a no-brainer. You're supporting a historical project with an historical approach. So if that's too cumbersome for you, well then like just stay where you are, to be quite candid, because you know we're not here to just bow to make things like convenient for people per se. You know, we're not complicating the process in this way. If the machine as it exists now was more amenable and fair, well then no problem. But when they like in a legalized criminal enterprise in essence, in my observation, well then, I mean,
like back in the days, if you wanted good, gold fronts, you had to go to Albee Square Mall. You might have got robbed in the process.
No, it's not even that. Right. I mean, it's not even that. It's like, again, there's a prevailing metric that exists that does not take the artist into consideration at all. That really doesn't take humanity into consideration at all, to be perfectly candid. And what we're doing is a very human thing. So we're not gonna let the machine set the pace for us. When we built the machine, in essence, So.
The machine can't do what we do.
Can I ask you, because there's gonna be people that listen, artists that don't know there's creative ways to release their music and maintain ownership. And without getting into the details of your business, it seems like what you did here is to maintain ownership, get what you're gonna get something out of putting it out.
Oh, we've already.
And you could do something else with it down the line.
Oh no, this is the life of it. I mean, it came out 2 weeks ago. Barely. This is just the beginning. It's not like something that just came out this week and it's gonna go away. It's historically preserved.
And that's the difference. And you have to have the confidence of knowing that you're in a position to do that, and knowing that your album, like we call it No Fear of Time, will stand the test of time. If you're chasing the moment, you're chasing clout, and you're chasing something that's not actually real.
It's not a promo run for first quarter or fourth quarter numbers and shit like that, right?
Talib, I just want to do a shot with you for no reason. I'm just gonna. This is the worst. Let's go. Come on, you want to take a shot, Dave? Come on, take a shot, Dave. Take a shot, Dave. Come on.
Everyone in red cup.
Okay. Red cups. Okay. All right.
The red cups sound like
This is usually alcoholic cups. Whatever you
Heard if you're watching this, I am. Plastic cup fella.
Now, Dave, why you over here for a second, right? I just want to say, I studied you 3 nights in a row.
All right, now you know I'm not allowed to talk. Please.
Okay, no. You don't have to talk.
Can you remember that bottle of nonsense back there?
You don't have to talk, but I'm gonna be honest. This
get
is
the mic
this is the
anyway.
first time I want to tell this to y'all.
I have the mic ready, nigga.
I want to tell this to y'all.
What?
This is probably
No,
the first
that's
time I was seriously jealous of a comedian because I'm used to if I have 3 shows 3 nights in a row, there's a stabbing. There's a shootout. I'm almost there wishing something happens. Like, I'm there the first night, Friday. Everything's perfect. I'm like, this can't be the way this works. The second night, perfect again. And then the third night, and I was like, and I really thought about it. I was like, yo, I'm traumatized being a hip hop artist that I don't even feel that going backstage when it's calm is actually normal. I don't know if you remember. I think it was the third night that we
I was
came.
once backstage at a Wu-Tang show. Complete chaos.
Yes. Tell them the difference. Yes.
Wait, well, what story? You was about to get into the story.
No, because
You talking about the night we was at Dave's show?
at Dave's show,
we was relaxed.
Where's Darnell? Because Darnell is here.
Don't get him started.
Darnell, let me just tell you something. Because I really, you know, the same show that was controversy that everyone spoke about, I got to see it. Like, I felt like he practiced on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, in front of 30,000 other motherfuckers.
Right.
But I just took it like this for me,
Yeah.
right? So I was like, holy shit. But then I would go every night and I would see Darnell. And Darnell don't give a fuck. Like for real?
He's filthy.
Like, I fucking love. Damn, I like to big him up. I like to big you up when you're around. Come on, man. I like to big you up when you're not around. Listen, yo,
Take this mic.
I can't wait for your Netflix special.
All right, thank you. I just want to say.
When is your Netflix special?
First off, I just want to say this. I know I'm not going to be here long, right? But the level of disrespect that is in this motherfucking room right now. I swear, I saw y'all niggas talking about Allah, all type of shit, hip hop and shit. You disrespectful, and you disrespectful, and you getting more disrespectful. That's all I'm saying. And you know why? Because you dress different. Because you dress different now, nigga.
Yo, Donna, let me just.
Apologize.
The hater time machine when y'all went back,
Right.
and you was beautiful, right?
Nigga, you about to set up a joke, nigga. I can tell. I was beautiful. Go ahead.
Are you talking about the character in the show?
Character,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Because everybody go with Ashley Larry.
Right.
Now was that activator?
It was some coconut oil.
It was Wiggervator.
No, it was coconut oil. No, it was coconut oil. The idea I had was to put in a champagne bottle. They was like, that shit gonna get too messy, right? So I said do the aerosol joint, right? And that's where the motherfucker was born. But this is what a lot of people don't know. We did that show 16, 17 hours a day, right? It was times when niggas ain't had no more gas. We did all the laughs. We with these niggas, Charlie Murphy, we with everybody.
Right.
You cannot think of no funnier shit. And Dave will always figure out this shit to go to the next level. I don't know if y'all remember. If you know this show, it was a scene where we was looking at the actors and whatever. They flip a car, you be like supposed to improv off of it. It was Patrice O'Neal, it was Charlie Murphy, and we was gassed out. We had no more laughs left. I was like, there's no more laugh left. And this nigga said, it looked like she wear boxes
with dick holes in it.
Dick holes in the back.
Holes in it.
In the back.
Oh, for the back.
In the back, nigga. This was before cancer culture, nigga. In the back, nigga. We was like this. Night is over. Yeah, but y'all are disrespect. I am looking forward to coming on the show.
No, come on.
If you'll take my call. I'm gonna talk later, son.
Nothing happened.
I can leave?
You're a part of
I see you on the keyboard.
I'm in the back.
So, like, describe to this area that we at right now. This is called the Shack. Describe to us this.
The Shack is an old car garage, probably from the 1950s. I didn't change the outside at all, but inside we tricked it out.
Right.
I would drive by here, and I told my wife one day I was going to buy it. She said, "What are you going to do with that shack?" I said, "Well, don't you worry about it. What I'm going to do with that shack." Mm-hmm. What I did was I made this clubhouse. Nothing fancy. Mm-hmm. But, man, this is like a home for our culture.
Yes.
Means a lot, N.O.R.E, that you came here.
Yes.
The last time I saw DMX, we had a great night here. Kweli brought him by.
Wow.
We've had parties here with Common, with Rhyme, and freestyle, or Chance the Rapper. All kinds of people just fall through, and we make memories. The walls in here splattered with just random night memories.
Yes.
Photographer Matthew Baton, I think, took all these photos with the exception of the Block Party poster.
Right.
It's me and Most at a comedy club in London.
God damn it.
We had a great time that night. We ended up watching the Super Bowl and then in halftime called Colin Kaepernick because we could.
Because your life is dope and you do dope shit.
Right. And my life is dope and I do dope shit. You know, like this is a strange place, Ohio, but it's a good place. But the memories we made here are legendary. Things have happened in this room, in this town, people wouldn't even believe. Right. And Kweli's a regular, Yasiin's a regular.
We recorded some of the Black Star album here in this room.
Right here.
So can I say something? Because,
yes, sir.
Because a lot of times people move to Miami and say, "I'm never coming home. I'm going to stay here." A lot of times people go to Japan and say, "I'm never coming home. I'm staying here." They go to LA. This is probably the first time a person says, "I'm staying in Ohio. I'm never coming back." How did you discover this?
We don't know. That needs its own episode.
Once upon a time.
But look, it's real. It's like, look. When LeBron James left Ohio, I understood.
Right.
This is not the kind of place that you should stay your whole life. You should leave and then come back. It's a value that you appreciate once you have something to contrast it with. Leaving New York City was like kicking a drug habit. New York is an addictive motherfucker. There's no place quite like it.
Thank God.
It's real shit.
I know, and I know you feel that way. I'm just saying
We
that.
only need one. We couldn't deal with another one.
Are we supposed to make some noise for that? I feel like we're supposed to make some noise for that. Continue.
I mean, look, you guys are fucking like quantum physicists or some shit in the culture.
Right.
You know, you guys, all of you guys have made albums I love. Like, you scored my life.
Right.
You know, you're all from New York City.
Right.
What a fucking amazing phenomenon. The genre of music was created in New York City, and now it's a global phenomenon.
Right.
It's no small thing that the boys from New York put together.
Yes.
You know, any of you niggas I see, Jay or I once saw Suge Knight across the room. This nigga was eating a salad in a restaurant. I was like, there he goes. After all that shit, and then it was a nigga just
eating a salad.
Just eating a salad.
Iceberg, you remember?
I mean, it looked like Caesar from a you know. A nigga never looks right after he eats a Caesar salad because it's like that ring and shit around his mouth. Yeah, niggas wild like. Yeah, man, but it means a lot. You know, that night DMX came over. Kweli had called him. He was 5 hours late.
Who, DMX?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's normal.
No, what was remarkable, he was late because he didn't want to come to my home empty-handed, he said.
Oh no, he does that. He brings games.
He went to his trunk, and I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere. This nigga had crab legs.
Oh, he did that to our house.
We sat here, we watched the game. We had a great conversation. We was karaokeing songs, and then we went to my house, and DMX cooked a crab dinner for me and all my friends. My wife woke up in the middle of the night and saw DMX in the kitchen tasting the sauces and soups he made.
Right.
It blew her fucking mind.
Right.
we're in the middle of nowhere, but it's wherever we put it.
Right.
Me and Black Star do our podcast right here at this bar. This is a very safe place for me.
Right.
We
coming up with our private luminary show for here. We're gonna come out here every week.
You gotta come fuck with us.
Yeah.
I mean, we do the thing.
Yeah.
This is a home for our culture. And I'm honored you're here, man.
Yeah, but
cheers to Drink Champs.
Let me say something. Cheers to Drink Champs.
And whatever Donnell's complaining about. Cheers to that too.
But let me tell you something, Dave. Our show is about giving people their flowers and giving people their praises now. And I'm gonna just tell you something. I've seen the likes of. I was too young for Richard Pryor, so I came. Eddie Murphy. I remember when people went to go see Eddie Murphy movies and they got dipped. Yeah. Like they was taking pictures for the movie, like they were in the movie. And I've seen these comedians run. And I've always seen people go Hollywood and, leave certain people. The thing that's special about Dave is you always have hip hop with you.
Man, let me tell you something. My parents were split up, so I grew up in D.C., I grew up out here in Ohio. My father lived here. I've always associated this place with relaxing, and I went to middle school here. Middle school, there was a guy, must have been 12 years old, that was a homie. This nigga had, remember the niggas used to wear high socks and had boom boxes? He was one of them niggas.
Like Radio Raheem a little bit.
Like that, but his socks were high. This motherfucker played Eric B as president. One day when we were playing basketball in my driveway, I couldn't fucking believe it. Make 'em clap to this. Thank you, DJs. And that beat drop, boy, I get emotional thinking about it. There was a guy, Frank Ski, he does the radio in Atlanta now, but he was in Baltimore. That nigga had a hip-hop show, and I'd go home to D.C. to see my mother, and I could barely get his station, but I recorded with the tape recorder off the radio. I loved hip-hop music. Like, being in New York was my destiny. And it's weird. I met Talib Kweli at a De La Soul show in Kenyon College in Ohio.
Whoa.
Stella, it was Kweli, it was a guy named Truth Be No Lie. They killed that show.
It's not potholes.
No, they did all the stuff.
I need some. Which one's called?
And that night, me and Kweli, hit it off. Kweli's mean when you first meet him.
Everyone says that about you.
He's mean.
I was watching your interviews.
I said, what are you about?
Think you mean?
He said, I'm gonna make the baseball hat the biggest hat this world has ever seen.
What is it about drink champs and baseball hats? I don't understand. Drink champs and talking about my hats.
But anyway, I met Kweli that night. Months, not many months later, 1 or 2 months later, weeks.
Right.
I was in New York City. I was driving down the street, and I was caught at a red light. Talib Kweli ran up to my car and goes, "Yo, Dave, we just met. This is the second time I ever met him." I go, "Hey, how are you?" He goes, "I'm great, man. I'm recording with my friends at Electric Ladyland." He goes, "Pull up."
Electric Lady, Jimi Hendrix studio.
Jimi Hendrix studio, right on 8th Street, man.
The white cat. That white cat is very scary.
West 8th Street, man.
It's very scary.
I pulled up. Man, these niggas had the whole building. D'Angelo was in the basement, and the Roots was on one floor, and Badu was had a session on another floor. All the way up to the top. On the top floor was Kweli's session. And that day, I don't know if you remember this, you laid a verse for a Common song. Common was in it too, called The Questions. It was me, you, it was your session, Dilla, motherfucking James. That's the first time I met Dilla. James Poison was there.
Wow.
It was when I was writing Killing 'Em Softly. And from them sessions, we all became good friends. I never seen music recorded. I never met niggas my age who had stamps in their passport like I did. No, we were young.
Right.
And when I did Chappelle show, it was not long after that. I said I want to do music on the show. The thing with Mos in the car was because we was driving with Mos in a motherfucking Sprinter van, And he would make the driver play beats and would just be like rhyming over beats.
Like the footage I just played.
Huh?
Like the footage I just played.
It was just like that. I mean, but I wasn't driving. We was all just in the whip. And Yasiin would be rhyming. And we was like, yo, people would want to see this. There was an alchemy with culture. These motherfuckers was doing something. It was like an exciting time. I remember I took Common, you know that singer Bilal? Me, Common, Bilal, a bunch of niggas from Electric Ladyland went to the Comedy Cellar in New York. They'd never seen live comedy before.
Not like that.
And it's 120 seats. That room, the Comedy Cellar in New York, is very special. Right. That was the first place where Richard Pryor saw Bill Cosby perform. It's that kind of room. Like,
wow.
You know, it's one of those New York rooms. Like only in New York. Only in New York.
Right. Right.
It makes history like that. Like when I showed up there, I was 17. Right. John Stewart was 27. I remember Ray Romano used to sell mattresses. But hip hop's like that.
Wait, did you say mattresses?
Ray Romano used to sell like mattresses. I don't remember. I mean, you know what I mean? Niggas was comedians, but they had
that wasn't their main hustle.
They had a whole other lives. I mean, one night it was me and a bunch of comedians. All these niggas told me, what you do before you did comedy? One nigga was like, yeah, I was gonna play professional baseball. I was in the farm, that's Greer. Another guy was a Wall Street trader, walked off the floor, said he's just like, I can't do this anymore, and just started doing stand-up full time. Wow. I mean, all kinds of stories like that. And then they get to me, they go, Dave, what did you do before you did comedy? I said, I was an 8th grader. Anyway, when I did Chappelle's show, and I wanted to do music, I couldn't get people to come on. I would reach out to artists and they'd be like
who could you remember that you tried to get?
I'm not gonna say any names. N.O.R.E, he's a dirty motherfucker for doing that.
I definitely want to take another shot.
Niggas that you know and love and I know and love said no, but
really?
In their defense, no one ever heard of the show, anything.
No, but Half-Baked was such a culture
but Half-Baked was like a terrible movie until I like made it.
No. Do you know I made a song called Half-Baked and everything? Do you know I made a video? Yeah, do you know I made a video?
Don't make me be the first nigga to cry on Drink Train.
No, we gonna give
Half-Baked his flowers, man.
Half-Baked, you got to give Half-Baked. Make some noise for Half-Baked. By the way, let me not only say, hold on, not only that, but when I went to Maui for my first time and the guy gave me Maui Wowie, I said, are you serious? I said, motherfucker, I didn't think that was real. I was like, I thought it was from a Dave Chappelle movie.
Oh, bro, don't get me talking about that. But to finish the story.
Okay, sorry.
No, N.O.R.E, Half-Baked got his flowers.
Yes.
Okay, what I was gonna say is, okay, when we did Chappelle's show, these were the cats that pulled up. Yasiin Most was the first nigga that, fella, excuse me.
Right. No, it's fine.
Ever perform on Chappelle's show. Kweli, second person, ever perform on Chappelle's show. First time I heard Kanye West, this nigga played a Get By remix that everybody, I think he was on it, nigga. God damn, everybody. This nigga might have done a verse. The whole New York did the fucking Get By remix. But Kanye's verse at first, when he said the thing about Miracle Whips, I remember I rewinded it. Like, what was that part? Who is that guy? What happened? Who wants me over there?
Oh,
my bad. This nigga was texting me. Move that nigga 5 feet to the left.
So Donnell, come over here too. Everyone come over here for 1 second, because this is a funny part. This is all funny. We know. Yeah, go over there. We know.
Keep directing, nigga.
Listen. Most
professional. That's the
Yasiin.
Hold up,
Donnell,
we got a mic for you.
And Dave.
Yeah.
Me and Talib has always been great. I felt like after I had a certain person on my show, we even got tighter, which is not heard of, because when certain things like that happen, most people you separate.
I was with Talib.
Okay.
when that Drink Champs came out.
Okay, so I had to warn him. Me and EFN called each other, or I called you, or you called me, or whatever. We called each other, and we said we can't let this come out without us telling. Hold on, stay right there. Without telling Talib first. So I would like to ask y'all, where was y'all at when y'all first heard Kanye say?
This was not the Kennedy assassination, first of all, nigga. Where were you? I'll never forget it. I was eating mashed potatoes when it came across the wire.
Across the tube.
Shots fired. But we were together. We were in Denver.
Yeah, we were in Denver.
And what happened in Denver? Because y'all getting high. Obviously.
Look. No, N.O.R.E. The only reason we're even smoking and drinking and entertaining this tomfoolery is because we're on a show called Drink Champs.
That's right. It's all my fault. That's right.
What do you mean, Drink Champs? Nigga, I'm standing next to the Drink Champ. Nobody's fucking with him.
So y'all in Denver, and what happens?
I don't remember. Listen, N.O.R.E. Listen. No, listen. Pop culture is a desert right now. And your show is an anomaly. And that Kanye West interview you did was one of my favorite things that I've seen in all of pop culture in recent history. Sincerely.
Thank you, Gabe.
I fuck with Kanye,
right.
But man, I ain't seen him like that in a minute.
Right.
It was funny.
Right.
It was engaging. And then this nigga had to go in on Kweli's hat.
On his hat, you said? On his hat?
He went on Kweli's hat.
Yes, I forgot about his hat.
He said something about Kweli making baseball hats popular now. Ain't no disrespect, nigga. I laughed.
Because I would like to big you up, Talib, because honestly, I could tell the first 2 days we spoke, you were hot.
Okay.
I can tell, but you trusted me as a friend.
Uh-huh.
And I was really respect that. Because you knew I said, yo, Talib, I couldn't stop anything. Like once a person starts to go, and a person of that caliber, it's just like, damn, what do? I can't throw a muzzle on them. But you could have took this the wrong way. You could have called.
What are you talking about?
No.
What are you talking about, nigga?
No, because
I kill that motherfucker for that baseball hat comment. Nobody makes fun of my hats. Nobody. This nigga was not hot at all. I was with him when he saw it. Nigga was laughing immediately.
Yeah, he was not. But my first 2 calls, I was nervous.
Okay.
But then the third and fourth and everyone, you kind of like just brushed it off and was just like, but you said something to me that was very, very, probably the most popular, probably the most illest things I've ever heard in my life. You said to me, the thing about Kanye is, even when he disses you, he helps you. And you said the problem with him is he knows that.
I do remember saying that.
Oh boy, nailed it.
That's a bar.
I agree with that.
So
I didn't hear a diss. I heard
a diss.
Because you be wearing them hats, nigga, but I heard an alley-oop.
I did have fun with it, but is it?
No, you're not allergic to smoke, are you?
No, I ain't gonna lie. I think it's the American spirits. But it's okay. I'm good.
My bad, bro.
No, it's okay. So, Talib.
I know this is good, but I have to do it.
No, smoke. So, Talib.
Let's eat chips.
Do you think?
Are you getting phone calls? How does this? I mean, obviously, me and EFN called you, but the episode drops. Are you getting phone calls? How does this work for you?
Yeah, that was good times. It was
good times.
It felt like, you know what it felt like? It felt like having a hit record out. Wow.
Yes.
That's how it felt. The way that I remember, like when Get By was out. Wow, that's how it felt.
Get By.
Yeah.
Wow.
It just it reminded me of what Kanye meant to the culture, and the hat shit was funny to me.
Right.
It was hilarious. I laughed.
But I didn't even realize you wear hats like that.
No, but it's funny.
Until then, I was like,
it's funny because N.O.R.E, you helped me because y'all put it in 2 parts, right? So it was a cliffhanger with the shit,
Yeah.
right? And the first part, he just dissed me, and I didn't see the second part.
Right.
So the first part, I was like, yo, that was weird. But the second part, you was like, yo, but didn't you just see him? And what you was talking about was pictures at Dave Chappelle comedy show, which was on my birthday. I DJ'd. I'm DJing. Dave says Kanye gonna show up. Kanye shows up, no security, nothing. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play an all Kanye set. He sat next to me. We had a great time. That was like a month before I saw him on Drink Champs.
Wait, where was this?
At the stand.
I brought it up.
Oh, that was a group.
Yeah.
And Busta was there too.
Busta was there that night too. And
Busta Rhymes, by the way, for the public, is the kind of nigga you forget how much you love him till you see him.
That's right.
Boy, when you see him, you want to
He'll remind you with his hug.
No,
because his hug is serious.
It is.
That's
but
right.
even if you didn't know, it's just seeing his face makes you want to tear the club up.
That's right. You get the eyebrow to going up real quick. But nah, it was my birthday, so I had all my people with me.
Okay.
A lot of Flatbush niggas.
And
a lot of baseball hats. So when Kanye said it's gonna be 12 niggas with baseball hats, I knew exactly which niggas he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And we all had a group chat. We all, you're a certain age, you on the group chat with your friends from back in the day. We on the group chat just laughing about this shit.
Right.
But it was a moment that I had to have fun with it.
Right.
Because I got a lot of love for Kanye. He seemed there was underlying context behind that. It really had nothing to do with bars or Common or baseball hats or none of that.
Right.
Had nothing to do with that. And so for me, there was a part of it.
Go ahead. Let me stay in the rip. Okay, good.
Kanye got a huge platform. And I care, and I'm like Marlo from The Wire. My name is my name.
Right.
Speak my name in no disrespectful way. That's how I feel.
Right.
And he got a huge platform, and I love him. And he's my friend, and he's my brother. So this was all
I love that about you.
Very conflicting and difficult.
Right.
Which you've expressed on Drink Champs before.
Right.
Your love for
Which
him.
is what, and to be real,
Right.
me expressing that on Drink Champs is what he was responding to.
Yes, it was.
When he said what he had to say.
Yes, it was.
When I saw the documentary, and shout out to Kweli because I think he did a great job.
No, it was amazing.
But when I saw the documentary, there's moments in the documentary where me and Yasiin Bey together with Kanye, and I'll be honest with you, my life was moving so fast at that time. A lot of shows, a lot of drinking, a lot of smoking, a lot of just rap.
Hey, don't confess.
Hey, just a lot of shit. I'm watching this.
Catch it, Kweli.
Okay. I'm watching this documentary, and I don't remember those moments. And so me not remembering those moments, I had to realize, well, if I don't even remember those moments until I had to see them on film, the people who wasn't there, they definitely don't know about that. So they don't have no context. So I have to stop even be considering the context of people who wasn't there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for the people who was there, they know. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that documentary reminded me of.
Okay, very briefly, I spoke to Consequence. Right? This is when the first episode dropped.
By the way, this has nothing to do with it, but this nigga Consequence, perfect teeth.
Side note.
So when I spoke to Consequence,
I feel like that's gonna be trending. It's gonna be trending.
So when I spoke to Consequence, at first it seemed like he was, a little disgruntled because people was using footage of him that was from early on, and then later on it seemed like it was like, all right, it was cool. But one of the footage from the Kanye documentary which you just brought up is you kept saying this guy is going to be the guy.
Yeah, I did.
Like
very confidently too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you even said you was going to do a whole album together.
It was fairly obvious to me.
Right.
I mean, from the get-go, where that was headed, where it already was when we met him. I mean, he was an amazing producer. He had all the star quality. He was different. He challenged, in my opinion, a lot of the macho notion that's associated with hip-hop specifically.
Like he even just said it recently, he said you won't do 4 years in college, but you do 25 to life. That's a disrespect to every gangster nigga in the world. No one even caught that.
Wait, he said what?
He said you won't. He said you
won't do 4 years in college, but you do 25 to life.
What he's trying to say is.
Pardon me, this is very hood what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay,
Do
but
you have any
continue.
dental?
No, he's saying that where we place our value.
Yeah, where you place our values. Like, and then he also said millionaires wear chains. Like it's also like you dissing a millionaire. I've never heard this before, but I'm in.
Who is this in the millionaire?
Kanye. Yeah.
Which millionaire he does?
All of us. He said millionaires wear chains. I had to tuck my shit.
I'm talking about that.
Well, now you look ridiculous, Lord. I had to bring all that up. Millionaires wear high river fishing boots.
Made out of nitro rubber.
Right.
I see what you're saying on the documentary, and I see what even Dave said when Dave said, like, you know, he was watching these clips with Kanye, and Kanye was said, I'm dope when I'm doing dope shit. But what I'm trying to get from you is, what was the actual thing that you knew that this guy was great?
You listen to the beats. He did the truth for Beanie Siegel.
So you talking about just the beats?
The music, just the music.
I said,
alone?
listen, if this guy is 50% as good rhyming as he is with them beats, well, it's just gonna run. It's a runaway hit.
Right.
I mean, Diamond D is another MC producer. Stone Smells of Hip Hop is a classic. Pete Rock, who even just kind of like flirted with rhyming sometimes, but whenever he would do it, it was a pure thing. High Tech is the same way. Dilla's the same way. Pharrell.
Yeah.
Kanye just took it to the fullest, extension where he was like, no, and people weren't trying to accept Kanye because he didn't fit into the archetype of what has been sold as a solo rapper image.
At that time,
he changed the paradigm for what was possible, in terms of an audience connecting with not just the music, but also an approach. I mean, the whole thing with the college dropout with the mascot, all that. It's like it's art. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about him. I'm on the block doing this and this and that, but he made songs that appeal to everybody, no matter where you were. It was just good music. I mean, Good Life is not about some sort of macho posture. It's just dope, So that's what I appreciate about him. And I saw what Puff was doing with No Way Out. Where I was like, if that's working, I know just Puff, but Puff is not rhyming like Kanye. Puff is not even rhyming like Dr. Dre.
Right.
Dr. Dre is going in on those bars, whether he wrote them or not. He sounds fantastic. They don't say that Puff doesn't, but it's just, it's another hemisphere. Kanye was like, and he said it, ain't nobody, don't care who you go and get, ain't nobody cold as this, do the rap in the track, triple double, no assist. It's like he's telling you, And when you have that type of talent musically, well, then naturally you're gonna have something interesting to say. I mean, Through the Wire it's the most rock and roll shit ever. Who does a verse with a jaw wire shit after they, and this is their response to like flying out of the window of a moving car that they're driving, in a barely 30 or like in his early 30s or some shit. It's like, that's a serious thing. So, yeah, it was just always evident to me he had the vision. After he came out with Graduation, let me tell you a story. So Graduation, I hope I don't have nothing in my teeth because I was hungry.
No, you good. What kind of food was you eating though?
It was just very simple. It was like a chicken wing and some rice.
Oh, okay. All right.
But thanks for asking. And a Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, that was ill.
As an aperitif. I'll have another one now.
All right.
So Kanye, this is before Graduation. And this is around the time that it was that whole thing between him and 50, like who's going to have the better first week, who's going to be the king of hip hop, boom.
Yeah.
And this is 50 post Get Rich or Die Trying. So 50's like up, his presence is up. It's like Get Rich or Die Trying is like, I don't care what you feel about, gangster rap or even 50 himself, but that shit is classic. I mean, that is a classic record.
Right.
So 50's up.
Right.
And he's loading up with another one, and you nobody really knows what it's gonna be because people forget Power of the Dollar 50. Like when 50 was like spitting, 50 was
on
trying
that
to
album, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like 50 was like
I never got paid. It's cool. I'm not disgruntled.
I feel you.
That label never paid you?
Hey, he still owes me a favor.
Right on. I hear that.
Favorite bank.
I hear
Deposit it in
That
the
was the
favorite
label,
bank.
bro. It wasn't him.
Hey man,
Right. Hey man.
just let Yasiin finish.
So it was that whole battle that they were very happy to have. But man, Kanye had a listening session that was in a movie theater. I'll never forget. It was right over there by
Chelsea.
No, it was like in the back of the old Def Jam building, like in the 40s and 50s, like just off there, like by where the Cats Theater is. You walk that block over, it's like 40.
Oh, by Broadway.
The Winter
Garden.
Yeah, by the Winter Garden. It's not Sony Studios, but it's like 49th and not. I think it's before 10th, so it's like 9th. It's right there on the corner where that old Def Jam, the Universal used to. So anyway, it was a local movie theater that was there. And what Kanye did is that you came into the movie theater, he had programs for like all of the songs and some of the lyrics and all of that. So caramel popcorn and edited visuals from anime movies that he liked and played that in sync to the music. The moment that he did that, and the moment that I left there, I was like, Kanye wins. Right. I don't care what 50 Cent got in the tank. He is not beating this album at this time. It's just no way. It was so creative. It was, Good Morning. It was, Graduation is like, it's like a thriller moment that people actually appropriately appreciate even for this. And they try to. I always feel like they try to hate on it because he really sold 1 million records in a day. I don't care what they say. I don't know shit about the space program.
This is the battle between him and 50.
They say he sold 900. His first day release, not the first week. It's the first day. If I'm not mistaken, it's either first week or first day. I believe it's the first day. 50 sold 700,000 copies. This is before Spotify and all of this.
We know. We
physical sales. Physical sales.
We dinosaurs too.
Kanye sold 900,000 pieces, which means he sold a million pieces, and he don't want to say that. Round it off. Let's quit playing games.
Let's stop playing.
It kept the record industry like floating for at least the next 5 years with that, and it helped them transition into this whole streaming model. Because they was sitting on cash. Who performs like that? It wasn't Coldplay. It wasn't U2. It wasn't any other genre. It was Kanye West with a beautifully, cleanly produced album. There was pure hip hop. Barry Bonds. Like, what are we even talking about? This shit was out of control. And I was like, 50's. He don't have nothing in response to that. He was riding in the tide that Kanye created, in my opinion. And from an observer's point of view, for me, it felt like a referendum on the.
You be using words I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I'm just.
They clapping back.
I'm just rolling. I've been this whole time. I've been like, yep. I haven't been knowing nothing.
A referendum is like, it's like a vote. Okay. It's almost like a public petition.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not exactly a vote, but it's something that happens before a vote.
Okay.
But they have silent cultural referendums, like this side or this side is going to determine the cultural direction for this group for at least the next 5 years, if not the full generation. And in my opinion, that's what Kanye West's Graduation album did. It opened up the paradigm creatively for what could be viewed as groundbreaking and inventive, and also having big scale. And there was no one at that type of pop culture scale who was being that creative, particularly in hip hop. So it's a big moment for the culture. This kid from Chicago that everybody slept on because he was wearing hard bottom shoes and fucking cardigans with button down shirts. Well, not everybody dresses like that. Well, at least wants to. Kanye just stayed true to himself. I think that's what's the real parable. It's not about following a style that somebody introduced to you. It's about being you, and this whole notion.
So let me ask you. There was a cover, right? I believe it was you, Black Thought,
And Farrell Marsh?
Farrell Marsh.
That's Source Magazine.
Source Magazine.
Source Magazine cover.
This is Backpack.
No, I mean.
Okay, let me tell you what the outsiders looking in was saying. Backpack hip hop is at the forefront now.
I guess, but you know, I mean, even that.
You remember the cover? I'm talking.
But even the backpack culture never accepted that terminology either.
It was like it's
Backpack.
something that people came up with to try to like. You know, I get where people coming from with it, but it was like it never stuck because it doesn't have any gravity to it. It's like, what do you mean?
Backpack. So is that a derogatory?
No, it's not. You know what it is? It's like, okay, so I grew up in Flatbush, Flatlands area. It's a two-fare zone. And so when we went to, at that time, Greenwich Village, Lower East Side, to go to parties in the city, we hop in the turnstile, we had backpacks on. And it was a very practical New York City thing. We also had
the backpack was also like could be like a sign of dangers, motherfuckers.
Yeah, because you got a gun in it.
I used to pack a deuce in the tray, deuce in my bubble goose. Now I pack a gat in my knapsack. Them kids
That's
walking
what it
around with
was.
But statues are cool now?
But then you started seeing, then you start seeing in hip hop videos, you start seeing Grand Poobah with the backpack on. Then you have kids from the suburbs coming to the city.
Let me tell you,
wearing empty backpacks at the shows.
Let me tell you where backpacks
that's where it
became frowned upon. Backpacks and gangster culture was simultaneously at one time. We ran in the same. It was one video. What they do.
The Roots?
It separated backpack and gangster.
That sounds personal.
Because it dissed?
It did. No, because you know what it did? Everything that represented gangster, the Roots had dissed at that moment. Damn, I feel mad hip hop right now. I feel mad hip hop.
No, N.O.R.E.
Angel the devil.
Let me play some outside baseball.
Yes.
This is some outside baseball. I'm not a rapper.
No.
I'm just guessing.
Because I need to hear y'all face after that.
Yeah. Okay. Here I go.
Okay.
Whoever got the most bitches win.
Okay.
Gangsta niggas had bitches.
Yes. But you remember what they do?
Who do?
The Roots. What they do?
Oh yeah, I remember the video.
And this is what happened.
Yes, and I love that video.
Yes.
And it was clever.
Right.
But there was more bitches at the Biggie show than there was at the Roots one.
More particularly, there's more bitches at the N.O.R.E show.
Okay, but that didn't come yet. When what they do was before Nas.
Let me tell you something. No.
What they do was before Yo
Let me tell you something.
I don't know if
No. It was.
before it.
I remember me and Nas having a meeting and him saying that is about me.
Y'all had a meeting about this?
I'm saying you're bugging, son. This is not about you at all. But remember, when they're chasing the rapper through, where they chasing the rapper through at?
Queensbridge?
No, in the projects, not Queensbridge. Okay. Any projects in America, every project looks the same. So I remember that was the time.
This is a long grudge, nigga. I can't believe that you still have trauma over that. That What They Do video. Fuck them backpack niggas. Cut that out, N.O.R.E.
No. But
he sound like Memphis Bleak talk about the Nas song.
No, because you know what was crazy to me was when Kanye said that. He said, I was faking being a backpack rapper. And
yeah, that was crazy.
Boot camp. People from boot camp came at us and said, yo, we want to respond to Kanye. And I was like, I don't think they were talking about you at all.
No, yeah, I don't think he was talking
he was talking about me. He wasn't talking about Buckshot.
Buckshot's people who hit us. And me and
because
Buckshot was befuddled. We were befuddled.
Remember the Who Got the Props video on Video Music Box?
Right.
Buckshot 5 foot with the backpacks jumping around.
Listen.
That was the first.
Is that considered?
No, that's why they felt that way.
That's why they felt that.
That's why they felt that way. They felt they brought in.
By the way, big up Boot Camp Clip, big up Buckshot. We want you on as well. But I didn't understand that when Buck
Because they had the backpack.
No, he took it. They took
who
it
got the
personal.
props. When Buckshot performs, he wears a backpack.
Yeah,
I just
to
did
this
the
day.
Apollo
Yes,
with
I saw
KRS
it.
One.
I saw
Buckshot
it.
came out with the backpack, and you know
Yep.
what? Now I get it. Now I get what he was doing. He came out with the
Buckshot or
backpack.
Kanye?
He put the backpack on the ground and he turned around like this. That's what he did. Now I understand what he was doing.
Right.
Who, Buckshot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was making a statement
Right.
about backpacks.
But Kanye definitely wasn't talking about that.
No, he did.
He was talking about the underground scene, which I was saying, because that was a scene that was supporting him.
The
Hey
scene he
man,
was
give
talking
me one
about.
of them Puerto Rican beers. Yeah.
It's true, yeah, it's a Puerto Rican beer. It's a Puerto Rican beer.
Feliz Navidad, nigga. You Latin Santa Claus ass nigga.
You're not approved, man. You're not approved.
He's approved.
Mario, you gotta slow down. Hold on. Let's take a shot. You got a shot? Let's take a shot, man. Because listen, our show is about giving people their flowers. We want to give all three of y'all.
This show is about
flowers.
getting fucked up, and this is not a good look.
It's also about getting fucked up.
Kanye said on your
Sips
show
of
the
water.
Black Star album is the best album since Dark Fantasy. So let's talk more about that.
Wait.
Yes.
He did say that. Now,
Yeah.
I visited Kanye once.
Let's take a
Let's
shot.
take a shot.
Cheers to him.
You visited Kanye.
The only reason we're talking about him is because he's our friend and he's
He's a great guy.
a superstar.
Yes.
Look, I went and visited him once in Wyoming. He played for me, but at the time he called Donda. Man, you might have to cut this out, but boy, I gotta say it. It was incredible. First bar on the record, I guess you had just played on the Black Star album. In the first bar on his album, he said, I just heard the new Black Star. Feels good to be a Black Star. Man, it was the old Kanye. It wasn't the old Kanye. It was the forever Kanye. Like, that was Kanye, man. He was just in the pocket. Now, he played this album. He raved about the Black Star album. And when Donda came out, not a single song he played for me that day was on it. But whatever that shit was that he played was incredible.
Right.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, from the outside looking in, and this includes you, N.O.R.E.
Holy shit, I'm in.
Listen, I remember wanting to tear the fucking cushions apart in a club when Super Thug came on.
Holy shit.
I'm not joking.
Tear the cushions in the club.
I'm not joking. I remember.
Okay.
When the first Black Star album came out, I bought a Lexus at the time. It's quite the car. And I would bump that Black Star album all around Manhattan.
Is this 1998, the first album?
As soon as it
best
came
year of my
out,
life.
and I met this nigga like while it was happening. Man, you're Talib Kweli. When I met him, I didn't recognize him, and he was so mean.
Everyone says you mean. Everyone says you mean. I'm the only one that can't relate.
I'm fucking around.
No, everyone says this about him.
Not everybody says this.
I mean, watching this
Tierra
Kweli
Wax
is-
said it. That's okay. Tierra Wax said it.
Kweli is not mean, but he's Kweli. His eyes make you feel like he's judging you because he's so smart. Stop looking at me that way, smarty pants. That's what a stranger would say. It was a wild, serendipitous time. They were scoring a moment in my life, and I met them in the moment they were scoring. I've heard their music before I met them.
Right.
Oh, you're that guy I've been bumping in the car.
Wow.
Hip hop was still like that back then.
Wow. Beautiful.
Right. Everybody's trapping now.
Yeah.
But man,
No, not everybody. We not trapped.
no, you know what I mean.
You heard that new Kendrick?
No, I heard
see the video?
the
The video's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's beautiful. We love
Because by the
Kendrick.
way, but there's real hip hop left, you're saying.
Of course.
Well, I mean, there's real everything left. There's real people alive all the time doing things.
Right.
Yeah, you just gotta curate your own thing. You gotta be a conscious consumer. You don't have to, but it would be wise to be in charge of what you take in.
Or not, we'll be fine. But it's not like we're like, whatever we have, whatever we need, we've always had. Everything that we need, we have now. That doesn't mean we don't want or even need more or things can't be better, but I'm very grateful to be alive today and to be who I am and doing what I'm doing.
That shit was mad smart. It just makes a noise for that. Nigga answered it the simplest, smartest way ever.
It's just being, just natural. I mean, I'm not a genius about everything.
What's your favorite country you visit?
My favorite country to visit?
Yeah. Switzerland?
Well,
How many people do you ask that question?
Never.
You never ask.
Just this nigga.
I know.
Well, but I want to say, but then I don't want everybody to come.
To that country.
Anguilla?
No.
Where?
No, it's Africa.
Africa where?
Yeah, East Africa.
Keep going. You might as well keep going.
Yeah.
They start guessing.
My favorite places I visited so far in my life is Zanzibar.
Zanzibar.
Yeah.
I've ate at a restaurant in 34th Street. Called Zanzibar.
A lot of house music clubs.
Not related.
He's on his Anthony Anderson. I went to Howard University for a party.
Down the block from Def Jam. Are you taking a shot? Okay.
Taking a shot? What are we doing?
So this is what we do. In our show, this is called Quick Time.
Hold on. Let me take a baby, man.
You always do this.
Go ahead.
It's okay. I got you. I'm holding you down.
While you doing that, I just want to say this is my 4th time on Drink Champs.
This is my first.
This is his first.
I'm eating like.
You're gonna have
So
to
we need for the 5 times. Next time I come, I need a jacket.
You got 3,400 calories
Next
on
time
this.
Or a chain.
you get like 5 times. You need a 5-time club.
Or a chain.
So who else is in the club? Jada Kiss will be in it.
Yes. Fat Joe and Ja Rule. Yeah.
So Jada Kiss, Fat Joe, Ja Rule, they all 4. They all 4.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Yes. Yeah. By the way, in case thank you, Talib. Thank you, Talib. Always creative for me. And it's been a couple of times I thought I fucked up your money because I got you drunk and then you had to go to the show.
You did fuck up my money.
Yeah, and I was just like,
that's on me. That's on me.
I was calling you.
That was my first time with Drink Champs. I know better now. Pace myself.
Pace yourself.
Oh no, I took a nap and fell asleep. It was a problem. I was on Drink Champs in a tank top, bro. I thought I was Dave. It was 2014.
I knew as soon as
I told N.O.R.E today. I said we didn't dress up for you, but we kind of did.
Let's make some noise for me.
So I dress like this all the time, though. I was ready today.
No, definitely.
what does the E and the F and the N stand for?
My full name, Eric Fernando Nanciandi.
I am Eric Fernando Nanciandi.
Comes before us, DJ Funky.
Do you have 6 fingers?
Yo, one of my favorite songs I ever did was with DJ EFN. Me and DJ EFN and Redman and Recognize. It's a great song, Paradise.
Yeah, that's a dope record, dope video.
Okay, Dave.
We don't have one together.
We getting one together because we're doing a drink champ. This is Quick Time with Slime. Dave, you don't have to. This is just an answer. You don't have to say nothing. This is a multiple choice question. You played this game before, right?
I played this before, yes.
Let me give you some Japanese whiskey.
All right, before we play this game,
You want some Dominican Mama Juan?
Fill up your shot glasses.
damn,
So if y'all pick double,
it's like hanging out with the devil. Everybody fill your shot glass. I'm fucking around.
I love that, by the way.
No, I'm fucking with you. No, you was far from the devil. I fuck with you. You remember that night we met in Atlanta?
Yes. And I ain't gonna lie, Dave. Let me just tell you something. I told this story on Drink Champs, but I want to tell this to your face. This is what happened. I land in Atlanta. I have no time to go to see the real weed man. My driver sees me. My people, homie from the hood. His name is Murph. He's a great guy. Murph is a good dude. Murph tells me, I'm not sure about this bud every guy. So I got a choice either to go to the hotel, drop my bags off, and miss this money. I said, fuck it. We go straight to the show. We chilling. Unbeknownst to me, my favorite comedian in the world just walks through and says, "What's up, nigga?" I'm like, Dave can't be this cool. I'm like, "What's up, nigga?" And then he just
N.O.R.E.
and then he walks away, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" I said, yo, whenever he comes back, I gotta give him a drink. And they're like, I don't think Dave drinks. I'm like, I don't really give a fuck. I just gotta give him a drink because that's just really what the fuck is I'm gonna do. So he walks back over, I give him a drink, and then I hand him a blunt. Yes, I didn't know that. And then I hand him a blunt. And this was like the most unsecure. You ever not put on enough deodorant? And then you smelled yourself and was like, this is not right. I handed him the blunt and I was like, I'm not sure. I hope he's drunk. Right? Because I didn't know if the weed was good or not. I had just lit it.
I shot 3 people after I smoked that shit. Terrible weed.
But let's give a quick tower slide real quick. All right. Can you fill up your drink?
Wait.
And you too, Dave. Just fill up your drink. If you want to drink, you drink.
Give the rules.
If not,
Wait, Fatty.
All right.
You want look? Move that sign.
We got a DJ Fatty looking behind the
This is
DJ
drink
Fatty.
champs.
Okay. You want to drink? Come on, get in here. Get in here.
I ain't gotta be right there.
All right. Jesus. All right. You ready?
I'm ready, yeah.
This is so hood. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna answer a lot of these
I'm
questions.
not sorry.
Yeah, but then you're gonna drink.
Yeah, that's the game.
You know.
Kendrick or Cole?
Oh, what you rotten nigga? Let me tell you something.
I knew this was gonna happen. That's why I was like,
I met them both at the same time in Australia. I would never pick.
So take a drink for that. If you don't pick, you take a drink for
Is that how this shit?
Yeah, this is
I'm gonna drink from my same cup.
I'm gonna drink from this spirit.
Cheers. Salud. 1, 2, 3. Alright, dale.
Dale.
Yo, pass this out to the homies. And Donnell, don't keep one for yourself.
I got
Okay, Donnell, this is for you.
Chappelle shot glass.
I got mine. Alright, this is for y'all. Cool G rap or Big Pun?
G-Rap, man. You gotta give it to G-Rap. That's like saying Godfather.
I love Pun too, but G-Rap.
Absolutely. You know we love Pun. And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I gotta clear something up on Drink Champs. A long time ago, I had a bar and I said, you just a fat joke thinking you a Big Pun. And me personally, I think this is a great bar.
Me too.
But there was no Rap Genius and no internet back then, so I just now realized that for years, a lot of people thought I was saying, you just a fat Joe.
Isn't the fat Joe, right?
Thinking you a Big Pun. Which I would never say. Because I got a lot of respect for craft, you know what I'm saying? So Fat Joke with a K, I want to clear that up because I've been seeing a lot of chatter about that. Where people's like, hit this Fat Joe, and I'm like, nah, I was Fat Joke.
Jesus.
Joke, pun, get it?
That's a terrible phone call to get. Fat Joe's trying to kill you, nigga. What? I said Fat Joe. The big one. Jesus Christ. Terrifying. Quality of your life is terrifying. Nigga, stay off of Twitter.
Stay off of Twitter! Yo, let's start a campaign! Talib, stay off
Y'all niggas is late. They kicked me off 2 years ago.
Everybody, we're gonna kick Talib
I
off
still
of
see you
Twitter.
going crazy. All right, Jay or Biggie?
Oh, man.
Take a shot?
Yeah, man.
Let's take a shot.
Alright.
Let's take a shot.
Cheers.
Or
Cheers.
That's not fair.
The game is not supposed to be fair. That's it. It's supposed to make
This
you
is
drink.
hard to compare them though. You said that on some Brooklyn shit. I see.
Exactly.
I feel.
Yeah, this is made for Brooklyn niggas. In case y'all remember it. But yeah. Alright, this one.
First time I heard Big was on the Who's the Man soundtrack for Party and Bullshit.
That was Party and Bullshit and
Party.
Super Cat was on that record with him?
No.
That was
Before that.
Okay.
Yeah.
well,
I was a terror since the public school era.
trolling me on
Yes.
Bathroom passes, cutting
Really?
classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13.
A chubby nigga on the scene.
I used to pack a deuce, turn a trade deuce in my bubble
Rounds,
goose.
black.
Backpack rap. That's backpack rap.
That's back.
So-
rap.
That was the first time I ever heard Biggie. Trying to remember the first time I heard Jay.
For me, it was Reasonable Doubt. It was Dead Presidents. No, excuse me, it was Hawaiian Sophie.
Original
and then it was
Flavor.
Original Flavor.
Right.
that Foxy record was big.
Jay, kick it away, past why.
Yeah.
Also crazy.
The reason about Doubt album was going around heavy in Brooklyn at that time. So it was like you I think the thing that made Jay stand out to me was friend or foe.
Yeah.
And it was like a lot of the singles and stuff. I was like, oh, this friend or foe shit is this dude is
different,
approaching it from.
See, for me, it was live with your regrets. Ooh. It's regrets that made me be like, this is a problem.
When I really became a Jay fan, not that I was always respected, but when Volume 3 would Come and Get Me.
You know, my shit for Volume 3 was Dope Man. Modern day, the soul of Mumia in modern day times. When he said that, I said that's when it's converging.
Big didn't live long enough. Jay's a whole other thing, but Big creatively, I mean, Give Me the Loot. I mean, Who Shot Ya? Big was I remember where I was when I heard Unbelievable. I was working with NBC on the piers, with Chelsea Piers, and they had offices on the piers, and that shit was on the radio.
That's a difference between you, Yasiin. Like, you're a real actor. I seen you play a doctor, and I believed you.
I'm glad you did, but that's part of
that's acting.
There's something
I wanted to go see you as a doctor.
I went to see Mice's Ball. They told me Yasiin Bey was in the movie, and I didn't even recognize him until 45 minutes in.
Cause you is a real actor.
Man, I'm just a guy having a vegan burger right now.
So is you not gonna open a Yasiin school of acting?
No, probably not.
Like the dude from Zoolander? You don't remember him? He opened the school of Zoolander?
What is this? A school for ants?
You gotta open the Yasiin Bey school for people who read niggas know how to play niggas. Niggas don't know how to play doctors. You gotta show niggas how to play doctors.
They're like Kane, a school for MCing. For those who want to be in my field of thought.
Then again, a second thought.
I have MCs coming out selling those
similar.
It's quite confusing for you to remember the originator. And boy, do I hate a perpetrator. But I'm a traitor.
Come on, we just thought I'm not gonna be in. We thought I'm not hip hop. No, but I'm dead serious, cause you really know how to act. No, dead serious. Like, cause if they call me to play Shamik,
you play N.O.R.E.
From 40 Projects, I got that.
You talking about state property movie?
Yeah, I got that.
Hey, he was good in that
shit. But if they tell me
Shamik just got busted his head 3 times. It's a Wu-Tang reference. I got nothing to do with it.
But if you tell me to play N.O.R.E Child from Japan, I might not be able to. But I'm like, you won't come out there.
I feel like you have the charisma and the desire. You want to be in movies. It feels like you want to make something.
Right now, I'm good. I'm just gonna praise you because you've been killing this shit.
Well, mashallah, that's very kind. I mean, I try to do the best work I can. I've enjoyed it for a time. I don't know if I'll do it again, but we'll see.
Oh, damn.
You don't know if you're acting?
Because you haven't done it for a while, right?
Yeah.
Wow. He quit.
I can do other things.
He retired. He made a whole statement.
I appreciate it, and I'm grateful for the work that I've been able to do.
Right.
There are things and projects that I would like to do, but they take time to develop. They're more of a personal nature preference. So if they happen, great. If they don't, if something comes up interesting, then I'm available for and works out. Wasn't sure, but
you know what your greatest acting debut besides when you was playing a doctor? You know what your other greatest acting debut is? I mean, not debut. Excuse me. Greatest acting period. Ask me what.
What?
Be Kind, Rewind.
Oh, that's just dope.
You and Jack Black be creating the movies? Man, I almost tried to do that. And with the shit, because y'all got.
So you know Michelle Gondry, who did that movie, he directed the Block Party for Dave Chappelle.
Oh, wow. See, I didn't even know that.
That's my guy, Michelle. He's great. He's amazing.
Oh, there's a guy named Michelle.
Michelle Gondry, he was the director. Beautiful dude.
I did not know that.
I mean, really enjoyed it. I have a wonderful story from working on the set with him where we were setting up this long continuous shot. It was like a continuous shot that was open. It was at least like 2 minutes long. And it was, it was outdoor, it was coming, the camera was moving some distance in the continuous shot, and it had to, there's certain activity that needed to be choreographed and, staged. And we started walking the trail, where the camera track would be. And it was very timed. It was like, if you see it, there's a film called Touch of Evil that has like an opening shot, a continuous shot. It's like several minutes long. It's brilliant. It's like, ballet. Because all of these different pieces of activity are choreographed as the camera's moving. So timing is key. So this was something similar that Michelle was doing. And we started walking the camera track, and he was with a few of the other cinematography and associate director and stuff like this. Not the associate director, but one of the production officials. So he's planning out the shot, he's talking, with the camera to go here, and, this and this will happen. And then one of the assistant directors said, that's not going to work because of this, not. And Michel did something that I'll never forget. He stopped, he said a thick French accent, he goes, "Please, it is early in the morning. Do not tell me what I cannot do." He was like, we just started the day.
You got the rest of the day to figure it out.
Let me figure it out on my own before you pour some cold water on my vision. And I'll never forget that he said, "Please, it is the beginning of the day. Do not tell me what I cannot do."
Somebody give me a big burger too to go. All right, cool. Good.
Yeah, but I enjoy making movies. I'm glad that people have enjoyed seeing them. If I get an opportunity to do it in the future, then great.
What's your favorite movie you've done?
My favorite film that I've done? It's hard to say. I would say my two favorite films that I've worked on have been Be Kind, Rewind, and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
It's a good one.
That was that was amazing, actually.
Thank you for all the fish.
Yes. Yeah, that was an amazing experience because it was all shot on stage. It was like very little green screen. So all those huge Devogons, like they're actual, people inside of them operating. It was I really enjoyed that. And I like the relationships that I developed on the Italian Job. Italian Job was fun.
Italian Job.
Bamboozle was historic too. That was I really enjoyed working with Spike. And Charlie Baltimore was in that. It was some, did you
Mal Mouse is recipes to Mom Schema.
Yeah, Mom. So it was a thing.
MC Search was in the Mal Mouse with some strange
And it was the first major film that had been shot on digital camera.
That's
and
right.
at that time, it was
new.
That's right. Jada Pinkett
people
Smith,
were like
Tommy
mad at him.
Davidson,
They were like, "This is not
Savion
quality
Glover.
film. This is shot on digital." And
Crazy.
blah, 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 blah.
Damon Wayans.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Michael Rappaport.
You guys don't think about merging the two worlds, the music and the cinema, because of your background and bringing that together?
Like Black Star.
I mean, like to do something.
How Outkast got the movie that
if it's something organic, for me, I don't really. Of course, I think in those terms, in terms of awareness of capabilities, but I don't really create entertainment products per se.
As products?
No, I just don't have that type of, and I'm not down in it. There's some people who do it and they're really good at that, but that's never been.
So when you create, you're not thinking this thing is a commodity that's sold and.
I'm aware of that, but I'm not focused on that. That's not the thing.
The art, it is what it is.
Because you worked with Eddie Murphy and Robert De Niro on Showtime.
Yeah, I did.
And they shot your crib up too.
They did shoot my crib.
Be clear on what that means.
That's an underrated movie.
That's an underrated movie.
Eddie Murphy was very super cool to me. It was crazy. It came up as a last minute kind of casting, and I had met him briefly before. It was the only time that I met somebody. No, it was the first time that I met somebody. Second time was Prince. that I was like
You flossing on us right now?
really aware that like you need to hold it down and like
Wow, because what did Eddie
not
tell
fucking
you, son?
fan out like you totally are capable of doing in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Like
Why? Because Eddie.
I mean, bro. I mean, it's Eddie. I mean, first of all, it was Eddie. It was crazy. The way I met him was crazy. Somebody was saying I was in LA at the time, staying at the Chateau Marmont. Somebody said Prince is having an after party for his show at one of these little cafes on Sunset. I was like, where? And the place was directly across the street from the hotel. I was like, you gotta
ask, was Prince ass out? Was his Prince ass out? Just gotta ask.
He wasn't even there.
His ass was there.
I didn't see him at that place, but I walked in and they took me to a room and they said, just wait here, you know, I'll let you know when the show is about to start, whatever like that. And then I walked into like another smaller room that was behind that, like through like a saloon type door. It wasn't like with the bottom and the top was out, but it was like, you know, like a swing door. And I pushed the door open and I see a woman, very attractive, Eddie Murphy, and another woman, attractive woman. And it was just them sitting there, like in this small room, like a bench seating on both sides. And I was like, oh. And the moment that I poked my head through the door, because I saw Eddie Murphy sitting there just with two other people, I immediately assumed I walked in the wrong room.
Right.
Because Eddie Murphy's in there.
Don't tell me Eddie was like, come here, nigga.
And maybe I shouldn't be here. Like I walked into the super VIP area. I'm sorry, please don't.
The tiny room inside of the tiny room.
Right, I was like, please don't have me thrown out of here. And I'm thinking in my mind. But then I was like, I don't know if I should go back to this room. I was talking to the people who had let us in. They were like, no, you can go back there. So I'm by myself.
Right.
And I go back there, and I'm like, but Eddie Murphy's. She's like, no, it's fine. You can go. So it's nobody else. Eddie Murphy has people with him. It's just me.
Right.
So now I gotta like pull myself together and make like the proper human person in control of themselves introduction. Like, good evening, everyone. How are you? Hello. All
My name
four
is...
of us. And I said hi. You know, I'm Dante almost. And then they very polite. Eddie shook my hand and everything. Sat down. And you know, and they're not really saying anything to each other. They're just back there, just kind of chilling, listening to music. It's very like what rich people do when it's, you know, just chilling, serene.
Like when I went to the Dave Chappelle show.
And then
backstage.
That's what I like.
And then like a few moments later after that, Eddie turns to his wife at the time and goes, "You be chilling with Mos Def." I was like, what? I was like,
knew you.
I said, I'm chilling with Eddie Murphy. Like I'm here with you. You don't understand. I could have like had a Michael Jackson like screaming, crying moment, because that individual right there, for how when I was growing up, just seeing him on SNL and just what he was, it was like.
Right.
He was my career path, and then all of this hip hop shit happened. But that's where I was going. I was like, I'm gonna be 18, I'm gonna be on SNL, and that's my job. So when I met him, I was like, what? And then it was time after that. Then I got Showtime.
And Robert De Niro. Did you meet Robert De Niro before?
Yeah.
How was he?
Robert De Niro was super cool. Robert De Niro was a very serious guy.
Totally joking. Come on in Puerto Rico.
No, would you like a shot of Japanese whiskey, sir?
No. Just Puerto Rican beer. That's all I'm about.
Listen, by the way, I'm making a
Shakira.
That is the name of our Black Star record on Drink Champs compilation. It's called Puerto Rican beer. Puerto Rican beer.
Shakira. That's hilarious. But yeah, Robert De Niro was cool, super cool, serious, you know. But I mean, it's, you know, you feel the gravity of his presence. It's like it's.
Robert De Niro.
You ever think that about yourself? Yeah. That a nigga might feel the gravity of your presence. I like this phrase, gravity of your presence.
That's what Eddie Murphy felt.
You feel that weight, bitch? That's me. That's my presence.
My gift. My gift is my presence.
It is.
It's heavy.
It is heavy.
Do I feel that way about myself?
Sometimes.
I mean, to be honest.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Yes, to be honest. Tell the truth.
Sure. I can
do.
see how people, might respond, but to be honest, I don't want to know how people feel about me either way, good or bad. It's really
not your business.
It's not my business.
Yasiin, say what you be saying.
Sometimes I wear Axe body spray and drown bitches nuts. Bitch, you feel that? That's the gravity of my presence. What the fuck y'all talking about?
No more Puerto Rican beer for you then.
Did I go too far? Did I go drink champs too far?
He about to fuck up some money right now. He about to fuck up some money. Yasiin, say what you be saying to me about praise.
Seriously, did I go too far?
No. You good. We haven't gone too far.
Praise can be as detrimental as harsh criticism.
Right.
Because if you fall into being praised too much and you get accustomed or even develop an appetite for that, you could possibly be easily manipulated, and you very often may not have a proper perspective on where you really are, And criticism.
I get praised a lot. I gotta tell you, like when you say this, I'm like, oh, nigga, I hope you ain't talking about me.
I'm talking as a warning to myself, but just it's not a judgment on anybody. It's just like for me, like for instance, like now that we have the record out, I don't really read the reviews, but so much, what I'm saying? I've seen certain comments or whatever, but I try not to pay attention to them either way, positive or otherwise, because ultimately the thing is how I feel about it before I do it, as I'm doing it, after it's done. So I have to live with my relationship with what I do longer than anybody anyway. So it's important for me to feel good about what it is I'm doing. And I mean, of course, there's room for improvement. We're human beings. I'm not perfect, but
The album's damn near next to perfect, man.
This new album, it's incredible.
And did you always feel that way?
Hold on, let me give y'all your break.
Did you always feel that way about creating?
I was always amazed by people who were able to do it professionally and not have to do anything else. And to me, that was the entire victory. If you could get to do this, to be an artist, to be a creator professionally without having to have a secondary gig that you may or may not like, and that you're only doing, to like keep the lights on, so to speak. To me, that was the whole magic trick, so to speak, and not even a trick, but like that was the
dream.
The measure of success, because it means that it's something that you are good at doing, that you enjoy doing, that you can get to do on a like earned daily bread level. That's like no short feat. I remember when Drake said that rappers when they rap to pay their bills shit, and I don't like this shit not even a little bit. And I thought about that. I was like, if anybody could rap good enough to get one bill paid. Like if somebody say like, oh, what's your phone bill or what's your cable bill or whatever, be like, no, don't worry about it. I put in 16 bars a month and then, they just cover my cable. You're like, damn, that's pretty good.
They made it.
I mean, they may not have made it, but you rhyme good enough to get a bill paid where somebody will accept your creative work as currency. It's fucking incredible to me. You know what I'm saying?
We have our
I was gonna say, I'm a pacifist. I stabbed a nigga once when I was listening to Super Thug. That's a really good record.
Let's make some noise for that guy.
Allegedly, right?
Allegedly.
Okay, hold on. Let's finish this. I forgot to be on quick time line. Okay.
We back to that?
High tech or primo?
Oh, come on, man.
Stop that. Who?
Or premiere?
Stop that.
Take a shot. Take a shot.
No. I'm not taking a shot. I'm not taking a shot.
Don't you even dare.
I'm answering this question.
Answer the question. Take a shot.
I'm answering this question.
Okay.
Man, nigga, you was drunk.
Listen, DJ Premier is That's
DJ
my twin.
Premier.
That's my twin. First of all, that's my twin.
Primo.
That's my twin.
That was fire.
You know what I'm saying?
You took a shot anyways.
That's my twin. But High Tech is my favorite producer.
Ooh,
High Tech from Cincinnati, Ohio, right down the road.
not Madlib.
Madlib is very good.
I love High Tech.
High Tech is my
If
favorite
it's
producer.
Primo.
You taking a shot?
No, we're not taking a shot because we answered his question.
both
Give Dave a shot.
He said Primo.
Let's drink.
Yes, nigga, give me a shot. This is elite MC level talk.
I will say this.
This is elite MC
there is
level
no
talk.
High Tech without Primo.
That's true.
Absolutely.
All right, so-
But I just gotta say, I gotta say, because High Tech, we did this Black
High
Star.
Tech is incredible.
We did this Black Star with Madlib, and Madlib we did this whole album with Madlib.
Right.
Nobody has done a whole Black Star album except for Madlib. But High Tech did 80% of that first Black Star album. And High Tech did the whole Reflection Eternal album, and people didn't hear my voice until I rapped on those High Tech beats.
Damn, let's make some noise.
You know what I'm saying? So I gotta
Yeah, High Tech is a master. I mean, that's a really hard one. I mean, it's like, it's Primo, it's Gangstar, it's like, it's just another level. But, they're definitely in the echelon together.
My answer from bias.
No, I
It's a
love
personal bias.
However you want to answer.
Personal
That's
bias.
So let me ask you this one. 'Cause I think you met them both, and I think you met them both. And I'm not sure if you met them both. MJ or Prince?
I met them both.
Let's make some noise for Prince.
Let's make some noise.
Come on, everybody. We need,
But
come on.
see, but these are hard
Did you know that
things.
he worked with Michael Jackson?
And Prince and Michael Jackson might not be apples to apples.
Wait, what?
Ask him about that.
Prince and Michael Jackson
about
might not be
Michael
apples to
Yeah,
apples.
you worked with Michael Jackson?
Yeah, it was on a video called Ghost. It was like it was like Thriller, like 10 or 15 years later. And he was playing, it's like one of these epic videos for one of his songs. And I played one of the cast members in it. And I got to see him do his choreography, like, live. I was like 19.
Jeez.
And they shot it in LA.
Kind of
That's
life.
it. When you say Prince and Michael Jackson, I'll tell you this story.
Tell us the story.
I was on tour 2009. And it was the Ecstatic, my last album that I put out first came out. And I was on tour. And the first date was in Minneapolis. And Jay Electronica was on that tour with me. And the album had come out in June. We were on tour in August. It was our first date on the tour. We do the show. The show is good. People are with us. But it was also like the record was new. It was our first day on tour. Everybody kind of, you know how you could just kind of like still working out the kinks, so to speak, So the show ends. We backstage. Dude comes back. He's a little, like toasty. And he's like, yo, I'll DJ for Prince. And man, Prince would really meet you. And we was like, okay. All right, local wino. And drive safely. But he just kept lingering around, like, we was there for like an hour more after the show, just kind of kicking it, and every 10, 15 minutes, this dude would come back. Yo, Prince really want to meet you, man. Prince really want to meet you. He's like, okay, crazy guy, we're leaving now, we drive safe. So, go to the hotel, it's like maybe 2:30 in the morning. All I want to do is go to the hotel and sleep, right? After the show, because we gotta get on the bus in the morning. It's the drill.
Yes. Prince comes out.
No.
Okay.
So we in the W or someplace like this, and I'm laying out on the bed. I haven't pulled the sheets back. Only took off my shoes.
Right.
I'm laid out like Little Rascal style on the bed, and I get a call from my tour manager at the time, and he's like, "Yo, you want to meet Prince tonight?" And I was like, "Look, man. Everybody need to stop playing these reindeer games. It's 2:30 in the morning. I'm going to bed. If this doesn't happen like in the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm not gonna be conscious. So it's not gonna happen.
Right.
So good night, and tell Prince I said hello." Laid out, radio silence. 5 minutes later. So 5 minutes later, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Pick up the phone. My guy goes, "You ready?" I'm like, yeah, bet. I'm ready, because I want to see you make us see Prince to the 2:45 in the morning. Because, right, now you got to show me.
Right.
So I walk downstairs, so it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm walking in the corridor to the side exit of the hotel, and I see a man standing outside with the black suits, perfectly pressed white shirt, black tie. He's standing with his hands folded in front of a perfectly, gleamingly polished Ford Focus. This shit is shining like it's a fucking double R Bentley coupe with the fucking black, I'll never forget this, black with the white leather seats. And when I saw them white leather seats on that fucking brilliantly polished black Ford Focus, like a company corporate car, I was like, I think we either going to see the biggest drug dealer in Minnesota or we're going to see Prince. Well, 20 minutes later, I'm looking at the motorcycle from Purple Rain.
Does he have a blouse on?
A blouse?
No.
You said a
doesn't
blouse?
have a blouse on.
Trying to describe the situation.
A blouse?
Yeah, like
He had a tunic.
It's a callback.
He had a tunic on for real?
Yeah, he had on some custom made shit. He had on Prince clothes.
respect the Prince
We walked
section.
in, there was a dude with a giant chef hat. It was like, I want some cookies. I was like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Who even has a chef on
At 3 o'clock in the
Dan
morning.
got cookies at
There's
that.
like, would you want some cookies? And we were like, yeah, we'll take some cookies. And brought out a tray of perfectly baked warm chocolate cookies. They were
There's context to the story. You love cookies.
This is the new Chappelle show.
So,
This is the new Chappelle show
we
skit
walk
right here.
in, it's like an airplane hangar, and it's 3 in the morning. He's got a full band on stage. They're playing. There's nobody in the hangar. It's like maybe half a dozen people.
I have better parties. I have better parties.
It's not a competition, Dave.
No, I love Prince.
He was on stage, and then I'm saying that story in relation to Michael Jackson. He plays a whole set. It's incredible. We're stunned. He says you can clap. You got in for free. Right, and right. This is what he says to us. And then he ends the set, and this was like no more than 40 days after Michael Jackson had died. Right?
Oh,
He
shit.
plays "I Wanna Be Where You Are." Instrumental, no vocals. The band plays it. Prince on guitar.
Stayed away too long.
Prince did this.
And he talking to Michael Jackson, you said?
No, he did it as a.
I gotta take a PP now.
Oh no, Prince has that N.O.R.E.
We recently see you get back your Netflix. Oh, excuse me, not the Netflix. Well, it was through Netflix. The Chappelle show. I'm right now trying to buy my first 2 albums, and they're actually complying with me.
Daylight just did it too.
Yep.
I'm on the same label.
Oh, that's
No
right.
shit.
Yes, I'm on the same label with
It's Tommy
Daylight.
Boy, ultimately,
Tommy
yeah.
Boy, yes. How was that day for people that are artists? You know, whether it's a comedian, whether it's a, come in and not knowing the deals that they sign and retracting those deals. How was it for you?
Man, look, N.O.R.E.
Yeah.
In all honesty, this is a complicated discussion.
Right.
But you know and I know. Yeah, we shouldn't say much more than that right now.
Right.
But I know you know.
Right.
And you know I know.
Yes.
That says a lot.
Mad genius.
It's a lot there, y'all.
Black Star released his album in a way that nobody released the album before.
Yes.
Because they know too.
Yes.
What do we know?
We need to own our own.
Whatever we know, man, we know.
Right.
Don't let it be known.
This is what I call expensive knowledge. what you had to go through to know what you know. In this regard, that's a tough one.
Right.
So look, we all had to take.
Right.
We know. Yeah, we know.
Yes.
And you know.
And there's confidence in knowing.
Right. And listen, this is the only career we got. I think we're all protecting something. There's a certain artistic truth that we have to be true to. We're true to our muse. This is why I love this Black Star record. 24 years and they dropped like it's nothing.
They still sound as young as they did when they started.
Yeah,
as sharp as they did, excuse me.
And the ill bars, the album's called No Fear Time. What's young?
Right.
I was me the whole time. I can remember, if I think back, how 8-year-old me felt at this time or that time.
You close your eyes, you can see it.
I was me the whole time as the bar.
I was me the whole time. Hey, listen, whatever happened, happened. Whatever will happen. But man, what a moment. I'm doing the Drink Champs in Yellow Springs, Ohio. With Mos Def and Talib Kweli. Nigga, we all need extra pages in our passports.
Yes.
Because we are those kinds of niggas.
Yes, we are.
We travel this world.
Yes, we are.
You see how everyone does it. And here we all are in the middle of nowhere, being us. Feels good, man. Listen, the fact that they did this album on Luminary is a bar. The fact that I get to touch this process like this is an honor. The fact that you are here doing Drink Champs, nigga, this is for the culture.
Yes,
It means something.
Yes.
This is, right now, it's just a day of our lives, but you'll see as the days go on, yeah, we've made a good memory. This one should be on the wall. It's a good one. Here we are. The first of many times.
Hopefully, yeah.
Welcome to Ohio.
Yes.
And welcome back.
Yes.
After 24 years.
Yes. Yes.
Black Star. Let's go. Let's push this culture forward.
Yes, because Yasiin Bey and Talib, the same way I'm gonna talk to Dave and I'm gonna talk to Donnell.
I'm not talking no more. I'm talking.
No, I'm talking to
but let me just tell you something. The combination, the camaraderie, are y'all together?
The chemistry.
This is your home too.
No, I'm talking about them. You know, the chemistry for Brooklyn. Oh, Brooklyn. Because there's New York City, and then there's Brooklyn.
No, stop othering Brooklyn, nigga. That's ridiculous.
No, Brooklyn is the other.
It actually is the planet.
No, I disagree.
I disagree too, but I want to pick him up.
As a tourist.
We all 718 together.
Brooklyn bears the brunt of the population of New York City.
Yes.
That's just the facts. Now, if that's changed in recent years, unbeknownst to me, if there's a more populous city in New York City in the boroughs right now, then I stand to be corrected. But as far as I know, as far as I'm aware, the majority of people live in New York City, live in Brooklyn, New York. It's a historic borough of historic events, people of prestige and great achievement.
Yes.
From all areas, legal and illicit. You know what I mean?
Amen. Quite the MC.
And home to some of the greatest MCs that have ever breathed air. And I mean, and it's not for for ego's sake. I mean, we're doing what we've been allowed to do. We have the facility, capacity to do it, and that's truly a gift. I want to avoid treating the gift like an achievement, because it's not. What you do with your gift is the real achievement, and without sounding too whatever, I mean, that's just the way that I really feel about it. We try to help as many as we can help, do good for ourselves so we can do good for others. Say what we mean what we say, don't be mean, don't take shit from nobody under any circumstance. Just remain humble and do beautiful things with the time that we've been given here on earth, with the capabilities and facilities that we have. So we express that in what we do. It's been the better part of my adult life, and I can say the same for Dave and for Talib and for many of us in this room. And it's an honor to be here and chop it up with you, just about the culture too. And I wanted to say one thing too, because I see you guys have Pusha T on
yes,
recently, and you asked him a question about the crime narrative or the drug narrative that appears in so much of his work.
Yeah.
And I've spoken with Pusha directly about my very my perspective on that directly, and I want to say that as many talented writers out here, many people with strong powers of observation, particularly as people who call themselves MCs, are part of this thing that we're doing. What we put our talent towards promoting or speaking about or addressing is important as far as I can see, and particularly coming from our communities where so many people were negatively affected by that presence and still are. And with that being said, there's no judgment on anybody who's done that or is doing that at this point. I have no judgment on it. That's not what I'm saying. They're like, oh, because trust me, we all got friends and family and somebody that was in that, and there's no judgment on them, their humanity. That's not what I'm saying. But when it comes to what we promote as lifestyles or ideas, well, that has impact, that has weight, and I don't think we need any more crack commercials for our community or for our humanity at this point, particularly given the space and time that we are in as members of the human race. You know what I'm saying? Is try to do as much good as you can, do no harm where it is possible, especially if it's unnecessary. And I like to see writers that are talented that actually have something to say. I'll be curious about what they have to say about what's going on with all of us, not just going on with one, niche of the world, And when I see it put towards that, I'm like, damn, I think those powers could be put to better use, With that being said, also, I feel like what we've done and what I've been contributing up until this point and with this current project is without parallel. There's what we're doing is at the top of the register in terms of quality, consistency, theme, aim, creativity. I don't think we sacrifice any of the raw elements that people want to hear, from MCs or from black men in particular. I think our approach is courageous. I think it's noble. I think it's elegant.
It's a classic.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't stop avoiding that word.
No,
classic.
but it's a classic because it embodies all of those elements.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it's well crafted as well as any well crafted classic material. So some people may be in doubt of that. Some people may not recognize that right now.
Not real hip hop.
Yeah, or real
this
people.
is real hip hop.
Right.
You're not talking to the yallas. Those are yallas.
Oh no, I think even the yallas know.
Yeah. What's it? The Yondes? What's the name? Yonders. Yonders is our cousins. We're the yallas and the Yondes. You know what I'm saying? Our cousins. But look, let me just tell y'all something, man. Because like I told you, our show was about giving people their flowers, showing people they love. Thank y'all so much.
Oh, thank you.
All three of you brothers, because you know what it is. the thing about it is now it's cool to give people their flowers, but we invented it.
Right.
We the ones that say, you know what? It's cool to make sure everyone knows that this hoodie's a super cape. This hoodie's a cape.
Oh, let me shout out my man Earl Sweatshirt. Shout out my man Navy Blue. Shout out to Wiki. Shout out to anybody hanging out with Earl right now. That's Action Bronson. That's Alchemist. Don't let me leave on that. Shout out to Kendrick.
Yeah.
A shout out to Amadi Fela and Diani Ashe, two of my favorite artists out right now, and my children.
See, and shout out to Arm & Hammer.
Arm & Hammer?
Shout out to Arm &
And
Hammer.
Amadi Fela, my son, is on that Arm & Hammer album.
Arm & Hammer cooking coke?
Nah.
That's cocaine.
Arm & Hammer, the group out of New York. Billy Woods.
I know cocaine when I hear it.
No, Arm & Hammer.
Inositol.
Oh, that's big somewhere.
I'm aware.
And Arm & Hammer.
So look, let me just thank y'all once again, man, because we really our culture limits the way of how we big each other up.
Oh, shout out to Car. Shout out to Brownsville Car and Preservation. Shout out to Brownsville Car. Not Homie, but shout out to Brownsville Car. That's that. Wow. Yeah, it's
most definitely. We're gonna take a shot.
That's a lot of Puerto Rican beer, by the way.
Yeah.
You want another one?
No.
We're gonna take one last shot. Dave, we're gonna take one last shot. We out of here. Yo, Talib, we taking one last shot. We out of here. Let's take a look.
Look, Dave, you gotta do this. Just do it for the culture. Come on.
N.O.R.E EFN.
Do
I'm
it for
gonna
the
be honest.
culture.
That's voodoo.
What is
That's
it?
voodoo. You're going
Mexican to kill.
Yeah, Mexican to kill.
No, get the
Listen.
We ain't got. Yeah, but have some of that Japanese De Leon. Japanese De Leon. Yes.
No, I can't believe I just watched Drink Champs live.
Yo, it's not the last time.
This is what it is.
Yes.
Well,
Yo, listen,
Young
I'm not
Springs,
gonna lie.
Ohio.
We about to take over the rent of the shack because we come in here every once in a month.
gotta
We just
come
interviewing
through,
like
bro.
Marlon Manson or somebody.
Yeah.
We interviewing like
Marlon
weird-
Manson.
You know what I'm talking about? Sammy Sosa after he turned white and shit. We gonna interview this nigga right here.
Sammy Sosa.
Y'all ready? Yeah, salute.
Sammy Sosa somewhere listening to this like, that's fucked up.
It's true, you know. Salute, let's take this down. We get some drops and we rip.
Nah, I got
We
some
did. Let's make some